Yet the feeling rises in me like a trembling sunrise. I stand before the world with empty hands, trying to understand what my heart keeps whispering. I don't know how to love, but something soft inside me keeps trying to bloom. It's like a flower afraid of its own petals, a dream hesitant to step out of sleep. I walk through memories I never lived, searching for examples of tenderness, but the pages are blank, and the echoes fade when I chase them. I don't know how to love, but I know how it feels to long, to ache quietly in the middle of the night, to wish my chest would open and speak clearly. I know how it feels to hope that someone will reach through my storm, touch the shaking pieces of me, and not recoil from what they find. I don't know how to love, but I know how it feels to miss someone. Even when they are close, even when their name is still warm in the air, I know how it feels to want to stay, to want to be understood, to want to be held without asking, to want a place where my silence is enough. I don't know how to love, but I've been learning by watching the sky. How it gives light without demanding thanks. How it glows even when no one looks up. I've been studying the wind. How it touches everything softly, leaving no scars behind, teaching me that gentleness has power. I don't know how to love, but I feel the tug inside me. A quiet urge that says, try again, even if you fear breaking. Maybe love is not a skill, not a performance, not a perfect arrangement of words, but a slow awakening. Maybe it's the willingness to stay, even when you feel unprepared, even when your hands shake, even when the past keeps pulling you back. I don't know how to love, but I want to learn, and wanting is the beginning of becoming. I want to learn how to hold a heart, without gripping too tightly, how to give warmth, without losing myself in the fire. I want to learn how to speak, in a tone that doesn't tremble, to stand still when someone walks toward me with trust. I don't know how to love, but I know how to imagine it. A soft room with open windows, a quiet space where two souls can breathe. I want to learn how to stay, even when fear says run, even when doubt says hide, even when old wounds whisper lies. I don't know how to love, but I feel love circling me anyway, as though it knows my name better than I know myself. I feel it calling from the distance, patient, unhurried, as if it believes someday I will answer without trembling. I don't know how to love, but I know how to feel the quiet weight of longing, resting on my chest like a soft, persistent shadow, as though love is a visitor waiting outside my door. Sometimes I sit with my own silence, listening to the sound of my heart learning to speak, because even the shyest emotions have a truth they cannot hide forever. I don't know how to love, but I know how to watch the night sky and wonder if the stars understand me. If they too learn to shine after breaking, I know how to close my eyes and imagine someone holding my trembling edges, piecing together the parts of me that never learned the language of affection. I don't know how to love, but I know how to feel warmth. When someone smiles at me gently, as if they can see the storms I hide, I know how to feel the pull of wanting to stay close to a voice, wanting to hear it again and again, as though it could anchor me to something real. I don't know how to love, but I know how to fear it. Fear its depth, its honesty, its exposure. Fear the way it demands the truth from me. I fear giving too much. I fear giving too little. I fear being misunderstood. I fear being seen completely. I don't know how to love, but I know how it feels to wish that someone would touch my soul softly enough to not disturb the fragile pieces. I know how it feels to want to protect someone, even when I don't know how to protect myself. To want their happiness, even if mine is still learning how to breathe. I don't know how to love, but I know how to stay awake at night, thinking of someone's name, as if it's a prayer my heart instinctively repeats. I know how to feel the ache of wanting to be better for someone, to grow, to soften, to open these closed hands that never learned the courage of holding gently. I don't know how to love, but I am learning that love is patient, that it waits in the corners of my fears, smiling at me with understanding. I am learning that love is not a test, not a performance I must perfect, not a script I must memorize, but a truth I must allow to bloom. I don't know how to love, but I know how to crave connection, how to reach out in quiet moments, hoping someone will reach back with warmth. I know how to sit with my own emotions, letting them rise and fall like the tide, understanding that even confusion is part of the journey toward clarity. I don't know how to love, but I know how to feel the small sparks, moments that whisper, this could be something if you let it. I know how to imagine a future, where my heart is no longer afraid, where my hands don't tremble. When someone offers their trust, I don't know how to love, but I know this desire within me is real, a quiet longing that grows stronger. Every time I think of someone I care about, I know this yearning is a sign, a signal that my heart is trying, even if it moves slowly, even if it stumbles through the darkness. I don't know how to love, but maybe love is teaching me, guiding me softly, reaching out its hand toward mine. I don't know how to love, but I keep trying to understand the tremor inside me, the one that appears whenever someone gets close, as if my heart is startled by its own softness. I keep wondering why affection feels heavy, why kindness makes me nervous, why warmth feels like something I must earn, instead of something I can simply receive. I don't know how to love, but I know how deeply I feel everything. Every smile, every silence, every hesitation, all of it sinks into me like ink into paper. Sometimes I wish I could explain myself, without breaking into uncertainty, without searching for the perfect words, to hide the fear behind them. I don't know how to love, but I know how to care quietly, in small gestures, in hidden ways that no one notices. I know how to remember what someone likes, how to listen with my whole spirit, how to hold their pain, even when mine is heavy too. I don't know how to love, but I know how to feel the guilt of not being enough, of not knowing enough, of not loving the right way. I know how to sit with that guilt, letting it rise and fall, hoping someday it will soften into something gentler, something forgiving. I don't know how to love, but I know how to imagine the feeling, how to picture myself, reaching out without fear. I dream of learning how to touch hearts, without trembling, of learning how to open up, without breaking. I don't know how to love, but I know how to stay, even when staying hurts, even when staying feels like standing on fragile glass. I know how to wish for closeness, even when distance feels safer, even when emotions feel like storms I'm afraid to walk through. I don't know how to love, but I know how it feels when someone's absence echoes louder than their presence ever did. I know how it feels to search for someone in silence, to replay their voice in my mind as if it's the only light I trust. I don't know how to love, but something inside me is opening slowly, like a door that has been locked for years, finally turning at the sound of a gentle knock. And maybe love is not a lesson you learn all at once. Maybe it's a slow unfolding, a steady blooming that takes time. I don't know how to love, but I know how to hope. And hope is a seed, a beginning, a promise, a quiet truth. Maybe I don't need to be perfect. Maybe my heart doesn't need to be flawless. Maybe love comes to those who choose to reach out despite shaking. I don't know how to love, but I am still here trying, still letting the light in, still believing that someday I will understand. I don't know how to love, but every day I feel the world teaching me, softly, quietly, patiently, as if it knows my heart moves slowly. Sometimes the morning light rests on my face, and I feel something inside me ease, as if love is not something to understand, but something to let in. I don't know how to love, but I know how to feel the warmth of a memory, how to replay a moment again and again, just to feel close to someone. I know how to hold on to words, how to protect them like fragile treasures, how to let them shine inside me, long after they've been spoken. I don't know how to love, but I know how to care too much, how to worry about being a burden, how to fear disappointing someone I cherish. I know how to hide my sadness, behind soft smiles and quiet tones, hoping no one sees the ache, moving like a slow tide beneath my ribs. I don't know how to love, but I know how to crave connection, how to yearn for someone's presence, like it's the only comfort my soul remembers. I know how to miss people, more deeply than I can express, more silently than anyone knows, more honestly than I admit. I don't know how to love, but I know that my heart is not empty, just scared, just learning, just trying to find a safe place to bloom. I've spent years building walls, brick by trembling brick, thinking they would protect me, not knowing they would cage me. I don't know how to love, but I am learning how to open a window, let a little warmth in, let a little fear out. I am learning that vulnerability is not weakness, but a quiet bravery that grows in the dark. I don't know how to love, but I know the sound of my heart when it speaks the truth, a soft thud, a trembling whisper. Sometimes it tells me to stay, sometimes it tells me to try, sometimes it tells me That love is worth the risk. I don't know how to love, but I know how to imagine holding someone, not with desperation, but with tenderness, with patience, with a calm that doesn't suffocate. I know how to imagine a world where my heart is understood, where my silence is heard, where my fears are gently touched. I don't know how to love, but I know that love scares me because it feels like surrender, a surrender I have never known how to give. Yet even fear cannot erase the small flame inside me, the one that flickers every time I think of someone I care about. I don't know how to love, but something in me refuses to give up, refuses to close, refuses to stop reaching. Maybe that's what love is, the refusal to stop trying, even when the heart is unsure, even when the past is heavy, even when the future feels far away. I don't know how to love, but I know how to hope, and hope is the first step toward everything. I don't know how to love, but I feel the gentle ache of wanting to be understood, wanting someone to see the softer version of me that hides beneath my quiet thoughts. Sometimes I imagine speaking honestly, letting the truth spill without fear, letting someone hold the weight I've carried alone for so long. I don't know how to love, but I know how to feel the shift in the air. When someone cares, when their presence becomes a calm place. I know how to listen to the silence between words, how to sense what isn't spoken, how to notice the small tremors in someone else's voice. I don't know how to love, but I know how to feel everything deeply, so deeply that it scares me, so deeply that I hide it behind steady eyes. Sometimes I fear that my heart is too soft for this world, too easily bruised, too easily stirred. I don't know how to love, but I know how to hold emotions like fragile glass, turning them gently, trying not to let them slip from my hands. I know how to give silently, without asking for anything back, because giving feels safer than receiving something I don't believe I deserve. I don't know how to love, but I know how to stay up at night, thinking about someone's smile, replay it until it becomes a small light in my darkness. I know how to cherish memories, as if they are rare stones, precious, delicate, collected with care. I don't know how to love, but I know how to write about it, how to pour my confusion into words, turning fear into poetry. I know how to pull my emotions apart, examine them piece by piece, searching for meaning in every heartbeat and hesitation. I don't know how to love, but I have learned that loneliness is not the absence of people, but the absence of someone who understands your soul. I have learned that love is not found in noise or chaos, but in the quiet moment, when someone chooses you gently. I don't know how to love, but I know how to imagine a moment where someone whispers my name as if it is something tender. I know how to crave a touch that doesn't demand anything, a presence that feels like home, a voice that softens the storms inside me. I don't know how to love, but I know how to long for it, how to feel the pull of connection, like a tide I cannot resist. I know how to stand at the edge of my fears, wondering if I should step forward, wondering if the fall might feel like flying. I don't know how to love, but I know that something in me keeps opening piece by piece, like a flower that finally trusts the sunlight. I know that love does not demand perfection, does not rush, does not break without reason. I don't know how to love, but every time I speak from my heart, every time I let someone in a little more, I feel myself growing. And growth, even slow, trembling growth, is a kind of love too. I don't know how to love, but I feel the quiet stirring of something new inside me, something that whispers instead of shouts, something gentle enough to trust. Sometimes I think love is a language I never learned to speak, a melody I've only heard in fragments, a song I hum without knowing the words. I don't know how to love, but I know how to feel the weight of someone's presence, how their nearness can steady my breath, how their absence can unravel it. I know how to catch myself smiling at memories that shouldn't matter, moments that were small, but felt like tiny miracles to my heart. I don't know how to love, but I know how it feels to want to try, to want to risk everything for one moment of truth, of warmth, of connection. I know how to imagine taking someone's hand, without pulling away, without shaking, without fearing the closeness. I don't know how to love, but I know how to admire small acts of kindness, how they linger like perfume on the heart, how they teach you what softness truly means. I know how to read emotions, that others try to hide, because I hide the same ones behind my calm and quiet eyes. I don't know how to love, but I know how to pray for someone, even in silence, even from a distance, even without their knowledge. I know how to wish for their happiness more than my own, to hope their journey is gentle, even if mine is heavy. I don't know how to love, but I know how to feel the echo of someone in my chest, long after their voice has faded, long after the moment has passed. It's strange how the heart remembers what the mind tries to forget, how it clings to the warmth of someone who feels like home. I don't know how to love, but I know how to be loyal to my feelings, how to stand by them, even when they confuse me. I know how to whisper to myself, it's okay to feel this deeply. It's okay to tremble. It's okay to hope. I don't know how to love, but I know how to imagine a future where I am brave enough to say, I need you, without flinching from the truth. I know how to picture a moment where fear steps aside, where I choose closeness over comfort. I don't know how to love, but I know the miracle of being seen, truly seen, by someone who doesn't run, someone who stays, who listens, who understands the quiet language of my uncertain heart. I don't know how to love, but I know that I carry tenderness, even if it lives in hidden corners, even if it speaks in whispers. I know that somewhere inside me, there is a version of myself, ready to bloom, ready to trust, ready to give love without fear. I don't know how to love, but maybe love doesn't need me to be perfect. Just present, just honest, just willing. And that I can be. I don't know how to love, but I feel the quiet shift in my soul. Whenever I imagine someone choosing me, not for what I pretend to be, but for what I truly am, sometimes I wonder if my heart is a locked door waiting for the right knock. A gentle one, a patient one that doesn't demand entry, but waits for me to open slowly. I don't know how to love, but I know how to stand still in the presence of something beautiful, afraid to touch it, afraid it might disappear if I breathe too loudly. I know how to admire from afar, how to watch someone glow without stepping into their light, because I fear casting a shadow. I don't know how to love, but I know how it feels to be moved by the sound of someone's voice, a simple word, a small laugh, a soft tone that settles into me, like warmth into cold hands. I know how to hold on to those moments, sheltering them like small flames in the wind of my doubts. I don't know how to love, but I know how to feel the heartbeat of a connection forming, slowly, gently, like two rivers meeting. I know how to sense when someone means something to me, even before I understand why, even before I'm ready to admit it. I don't know how to love, but I know how fear rises. When the heart starts to open, how the past steps forward like a shadow to remind me of every wound. I know how it feels to want to run and stay at the same time, to want to speak and remain silent, to want to be held and hide away. I don't know how to love, but I know how to wish for someone's hands, to touch the parts of me I don't show to anyone, the fragile thoughts, the soft insecurities, the echoes of old heartbreaks. I know how to imagine a day where someone's arms feel safe enough to make me forget I ever built walls. I don't know how to love, but I know how to sit quietly and feel emotions rise in my throat, so delicate, so overwhelming, that I can't speak them aloud. I know how to write them instead, letting my heart spill into words where it feels a little braver, a little freer. I don't know how to love, but I know how to care deeply. For people who never even notice, care so silently that it becomes a language only I understand. I know how to carry love in hidden pockets, unseen but heavy, unspoken but real. I don't know how to love, but I know how to imagine it. A gentle space, a warm presence, two souls resting in the same quiet rhythm. I know how to close my eyes and picture a world where my heart doesn't shake when it feels something true. I don't know how to love, but I know how to hope that one day someone will stay long enough for me to learn the language of love without fear, without doubt, without running. And maybe that hope is my heart's way of saying that I'm already learning. I don't know how to love, but I feel something gentle opening inside me whenever I think about the softness that love requires. Sometimes I trace my own fears, like lines on a fragile map, following the paths that lead back to the moments I learned to be afraid. I don't know how to love, but I know how to protect myself too well sometimes, too deeply, until even the warmest hands cannot reach the center of me. I know how to pretend I am strong when I am fragile, how to hide behind silence when my heart aches to speak. I don't know how to love, but I know how to feel the tremble in my own voice when someone touches a truth I've kept hidden. I know how to step back, even when every part of me wants to step forward, because fear has taught me that closeness can cut. I don't know how to love, but I know how to pray for someone quietly, how to wish peace upon their life, even if they never know it came from me. I know how to carry people in my spirit, how to love them invisibly, how to care with a tenderness I cannot express aloud. I don't know how to love, but I know the way my heart beats differently. When I think of someone special, how it slows, how it softens, how it whispers instead of crashes. I know how to linger in memories that tasted like beginnings, moments that felt like the world was giving me a small, fragile promise. I don't know how to love, but I know how to imagine a night where someone sits beside me in quiet understanding, no words, just presence, just breath, just the warmth of being seen. I know how to picture a touch so gentle it erases every bruise left by past goodbyes. I don't know how to love, but I know how to hold hope, like a candle cupped in both hands, shielding it from my own doubts. I know that deep inside me, there is a softness that refuses to die, even after all the storms. I don't know how to love, but I know how to want to try again. Want to learn? Want to be brave enough to let someone close. I know how to imagine waking up next to someone who understands the language of my silence, someone who hears the truth, even when I struggle to say it. I don't know how to love, but I know that my heart is not as closed as I once believed. Every time I write these words, every time I breathe through the ache, every time I let myself feel, I take one small step closer to understanding love. And maybe love is patient enough to wait for me. Maybe it knows I am learning slowly, gently, honestly. I don't know how to love, but I know that I'm trying. And sometimes, trying is a love story too. I don't know how to love, but I feel the quiet shiver of possibility every time I let myself imagine a life where my heart is understood. Sometimes I wonder if love is less about knowing and more about allowing someone to sit beside my fears, allowing myself to trust their presence, allowing my walls to soften one breath at a time. I don't know how to love, but I know how to listen. When someone speaks with sincerity, how their truth settles into my bones, like a gentle reminder that connection still exists. I know how to feel warmth in a single sentence, a single glance, a single moment of realness, shared between two souls. I don't know how to love, but I know how to stand still when someone's kindness touches me, afraid to move, afraid the moment might break if I breathe too loudly. I know how to hold on to these pieces, storing them quietly inside my chest, where they glow long after the world has gone dark. I don't know how to love, but I know how to ache for something I've never fully known, something soft, something steady, something safe. I know how to crave a closeness that doesn't ask me to hide, a presence that doesn't demand perfection, a heart willing to walk slowly with mine. I don't know how to love, but I know how to feel the sting of pushing people away just because I fear they might leave first. I know the bitterness of regret, the taste of words unsaid, the loneliness that blooms from my own silence. I don't know how to love, but I know how to imagine a world where I tell someone the truth, where I whisper, I am scared, but I choose you anyway. I know how to dream of a touch that steadies me, a voice that brings calm, a presence that reminds me that I am not too much, not too fragile, not too lost. I don't know how to love, but I know how to grow slowly, how to peel away my fears, one trembling layer at a time. I know how to breathe through the ache, how to promise myself that softness is worth protecting, not hiding. I don't know how to love, but I know how to feel my heart lean toward the idea of someone, as if drawn by an invisible thread, as if something in me recognizes them, even before I understand why. I know how to imagine a night where someone holds my hand, and I don't pull away, where my heart doesn't shake, where I finally allow myself to believe I deserve gentle things. I don't know how to love, but I know how to hope that one day I will wake up and find myself unafraid. That one day the lessons I've carried will soften into wisdom, and the wounds I've survived will open into wings. I don't know how to love, but I know that love has already begun teaching me, quietly, slowly, through every tear, through every longing, through every word I've written, trying to understand myself. The truth is, love has never been a language I mastered, only a dialect I stumble through, pronouncing feelings with hesitant lips, hoping the meaning reaches you somehow. I walk into love the way someone steps into cold water, slowly, cautiously, waiting for the shock, waiting for the part where it hurts. But there is also a strange kind of beauty in not knowing how to love perfectly. It means every gesture is real, every attempt is sincere, every mistake is part of the growing. I hold out my heart the only way I know how, shaking, unsure, yet quietly determined to stay open. Maybe love is not something you learn in a moment, but something you learn in the presence of another soul, patient enough to let you unfold. Maybe it is less about knowing and more about feeling, less about confidence and more about honesty. Love asks me to show up, even when I feel clumsy, to speak even when my voice trembles, to reach even when my hands doubt themselves. I don't know how to love fearlessly, but I know how to love wholeheartedly. That is my offering, not perfection, but truth. And in the quiet spaces between my uncertainty, a soft realization blooms. That love is not an exam to pass, not a performance to perfect, but a journey walked side by side, step by uneven step, until the rhythm slowly becomes ours.